Alright, let's hope this is working. Can you see me? Maybe? I don't know. Let's do this. Hi guys! Welcome to my new channel, The Book Lovers Library. It's the Book Lover here, and I'm probably the biggest bookworm you will ever meet. So whether you're a long-time reader like me or a new reader, you've come to the right place for all things books. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 books that you should read or reread during your Coronacation. Just as a disclaimer, I would say that all of these are for ages 13 and up. Some of them may be a little more violent or may have lots of romance in them, so I would just make sure to check with your parents before reading all these just to make sure they're okay with you reading them. Also, I will not be spoiling any of these books because I want you guys to do the reading, so please keep watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. So let's get started. Alright guys, to start off my top 10 books, we have the Michael Bay series by Richard Paul Evans. There are 7 total books in the series, and this first one is called The Prisoner of Cell 25. Now, I know a lot of you may not have actually heard of this book, because I know I hadn't before I read it, but it is a New York Times bestseller. But it's honestly really, really good. It's your classic good guys versus bad guys trying to take over the world, except in this case, the good guys are kids or teens who have powers. So this book follows the story of Michael Bay, as you can see by the title. He's a boy and he's in high school, and he finds out that he has electric powers. So he and his friends go off on an adventure to save his mother, who has been kidnapped, and they have to use their wits and their powers, and they find out that there are other people like Michael who also have powers, but they can't get caught by the bad guys who are chasing them. I think this is good for guys specifically just because the main character is a guy and there's not a whole lot of romance. It's mainly action, so that's really why I believe guys would like it, but anyone would like it. I loved it, so definitely a good suggestion here. Alright, at number 9 at my top 10, we have the Delirium series by Lauren Oliver. There are 4 total books in the series, plus 1 extra book. So in this dystopian world, love is considered a disease, and you actually have to get cured for it once you're 18. So the main character, Lena Holloway, is really excited to get cured once she turns 18. But then she meets a boy from the wilds named Alex, and I don't know, I'll just let you see for yourself where else that goes. I would definitely say it falls more on the romance side of this dystopian spectrum. So if you like romance but still with action, I would definitely read this. More action comes into the second or third books, but I would say the first book is mainly romance centered, as you can tell by the heart. And as for the extra book, it is a must read. It has different stories from the other characters' point of view that really give you a good insight into what was going on with them during all of these really big moments in the series. I got all of these books in a box set, so that's actually how I would suggest getting all of the books that I'm talking to you guys about, just because it's a better deal and you get more for your money. Alright, the 8th book in my list of top 10 is the Legend series by Mary Lou. This series has 3 total books plus 1 book. This series has 3 total books plus 1 extra book that I believe you can only find online. This first book is called Legend, and it actually switches through 2 different viewpoints, which I think is really nice because you can see what both of the main characters are thinking during this time period and maybe what's going on if they get separated. So this book kind of is centered around a murder. It happens when one of the main characters, June's brother, is murdered, and the other main character, Day, becomes the prime suspect in this investigation. Now, hold up real quick. I would suggest this one for older teenagers maybe, people closer to my age. I read this last summer. Just definitely check with your parents on some of these. But it isn't violent, I wouldn't say, like no more violent than any of the other books that I will be suggesting you. So definitely read this. There is a little bit of romance in it, so that's good, but it is mainly action. As for the extra book, I actually haven't read it. I'm sorry. I actually just found out about it from a friend, so shout out to you, you know who you are. And I'm planning to read it. I do want to. It follows the story of Day's younger brother, Eden. So if you have read that book, please comment down below with what you thought about it and let me know if I should read it.